So today I'm playing Super Ubie Land. This was released today by Notion Games, and the main developer and artist and just about everything else for the game is Andrew Augustine. This is pretty much his love letter to the classic Nintendo's era platformer games. I love pretty much everything about this game. It has a high enough difficulty curve, especially once you get to the later levels, that it does not feel like one of the more modern, overly forgiving games. It has a lot of your expected platformer mechanics in place. You've got a jump, you can do a double jump. If you hold down the jump button as you're playing, or once you've jumped, you also get this nice balloon that really lets you kind of tweak your jumps and give you a nice little glide. And it really comes in handy because one of the other mechanics in the game is if you bounce off multiple enemies, you can get score multipliers that'll eventually lead to free men. So when you're bouncing off an enemy, it's good to usually hold down the balloon, and that way you can try to glide to the next enemy without touching the ground. The game released for the PC, and you can play it in the browser, or you can download it as well and play it as an executable. You can get the game from clay.io for $9.99, and there's also a demo available up there, so if you want to try it out first. I highly recommend it. Currently I'm playing with an Xbox 360 controller attached to my PC. You can also play it with the keyboard and mouse if you prefer, or actually mainly just with the keyboard. The mouse doesn't really come into it. And anyway, that's about it for me. I'm just going to do a real quick run through of the first level of the game. The first level is relatively easy, just teaches you some of the basic mechanics of the game. You always want to be looking for hidden areas, as well as looking for opportunities to try to score together those bounces on the enemies to try to get those score multipliers up there. So without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and play the game, and I will shut up now, so feel free to enjoy the gameplay.
Cloudy Forest. Great!